Hello everybody. I am finally coming on just really briefly to give you a little bit of a life update. Boy, wow, has it been nuts. So I am home from my second stay in the hospital. I had to actually print out yesterday. Was my first day home. I printed out a calendar too, one for November, one for December, so I could piece together what has even happened, because I've lost like weeks of my life. I just feel like being so sick, they just kind of evaporated. Anyway, printed it out and wrote down, so I'll kind of recap. And I don't know if I'm making any sense. I apologize. I'm just trying to life right now. Spent Veterans Day, the 11th of November, in bed sick. And I just felt run down, yucky, no fever, no nothing. I just felt yuck. So got up, went to work Wednesday, felt terrible, no fever. Came home. I have to really limit my talking, which, if you know me, is very bad. Felt really bad at work, but no fever, no coughing, just a horrible headache. And I took Excedrin migraine, I think, probably. And it's like, well, I'll go home. I got to leave early because we had professional development, and mine finished early, did everything I had to do. Went to my principal and assistant principal and said, hey guys, I'm done. Can I just go home? And they said, of course. So I did, went right to bed. I mean, didn't even eat, nothing, went to bed. Woke up the next morning, felt a little bit worse, no fever. And I thought, you know what? Okay, I'll go in, I'll be my own sub today. If you're a teacher, you know what I mean. Already had all my plans, everything, you know, so it was an easy day to just walk into. At least I didn't have a lot that I had to go do. Got there, felt absolutely terrible, started making sub plans immediately. And got everything ready because I knew there was no way I was coming back the next day. So, hold please. So, the next day was Friday, the 15th, right? 11, 12, 13. No. Okay, 11th was Tuesday, 12th, 13th. Yes, so 14th, Friday. Had a sub, was home, and was just really sick. And now I started getting feverish and ended up, actually backtrack a little bit. Thursday when I got home, instead of coming straight home, I went to urgent care. That's right. Urgent care said, yes, you, looks like sinus infection, your ears, your glands, your throat, your lungs sound clear. I was like, okay. So they gave me antibiotics. Hubby went and got them for me. Then I came home, went to bed. Sub on Friday. I have not been back to school since that day, since the 14th, that Thursday. Have not been back to school since November 14th. So then Saturday felt even worse. Wait, Friday felt bad. Saturday felt worse. Sunday, I told my husband, I'm not good. I need to go to the hospital. So we did. He was encouraging me this whole time, like, do you think you might need to go? My temperature was upwards of 104. It's almost too much to even think about how awful I felt. So anyway, went to hospital. They said, yep, you have pneumonia. We're gonna admit you. So they did. And I was there for 4 days. And it seemed like it was getting better. not quickly, but, you know, better. And they said, okay, we're going to send you home with antibiotics and blah, blah, blah. So came back home so that was, I was there through the 19th. Yeah. Came home at night on the 19th. So the 20th and 21st, I felt not really worse, but not really better. Then the temperature started again, and they wouldn't quit going up, up, up. And I thought, well, okay, wait, you know, I've got all the medication. I've got everything here. I've got to start feeling better. So, fast forward, not really, very slow fast forward to Thanksgiving Day, the 27th, I think, yes. Woke up that morning, temperature is 104. I said, I mean, through like bawling tears, I have to go back to the hospital. I'm not good. Went back to the hospital. They're like, wow, yeah, you're not good. And so admitted me again. The first time I was in for 4 days. The second time I was there for 9 days. And I'll talk more about it later, but I can just say, thank God for good doctors and thank God for my sister, the most amazing person I will ever know. With her help and the doctors, they figured out what was going on. It was very atypical. They called it atypical pneumonia. They were looking into autoimmune issues, which I don't have, at least I didn't, you know, any that I had known of. They were looking into lupus, RA, all kinds of things, because my numbers that were coming back were off the charts. Like, I'm not making this up, but I don't know what I'm really referring to. I had one of my number measures was, they said normally when we see pneumonia, we see numbers around 600. Mine was over 2,600. And they said, like, what is, your immune system is going crazy. What is happening? So they finally pinpointed the bacteria that was causing my pneumonia. They had gone back and forth from it's bacterial to it's viral to we don't know to what's going on. The reason they couldn't pinpoint it is because this particular bacteria wouldn't grow in a culture. They had to look for the remnants of it after it like sloughed off. The doctor explained it really well. He said, it's like a snake shedding its skin. You can only tell it's there when you see the old skin. Gross, but it makes sense to this teacher. Anyway, so once they finally pinpointed the culprit, then they switched antibiotics, because the one that they've been giving me should have worked, but I was resistant to it. The bacteria I had was resistant to it, so that was why I kept getting worse. Anyway, we still don't ultimately know why it got so bad, but I told my sister, ADHD, my immune system also has ADHD. We were laughing, we're like, it's just running in there going, whoa, we're gonna get you, whatever you are, wherever you are, we're waving our sticks at you and we're gonna get you. So I don't know, immune system gone whack. Anyway, I'm home now, second day home. I am so weak and so like just trying so hard to just breathe and get through the days, but I'm going to. And I'm gonna be off all next week. I feel sick to my stomach with as much school as I've missed. I've never, in 28 years of teaching, raising kids, never been this sick. In fact, I told him the last time I was in the hospital was almost 30 years ago. I had my daughter, and then 6 weeks later had my gallbladder out. That was it. Came home, didn't even pop an Advil because I was nursing. Like, I'm fine. So I'm pretty tough, and my immune system is pretty tough. So this threw me for a loop. Anyway, I have not been anywhere except for the hospital or my house since the 14th of November. We've been just doing grocery pickup. I do go for a ride in the car. So I sit in the car and enjoy the sunlight for a few minutes. I do enjoy the sunlight out in my backyard too, so that's been good. But hubby got sick. He swears he's fine. It's just a cough. I'm scared to death. But he knows his body, he knows himself. So we've both been taking this medicine. I'll show you, hold on. I just ordered these via Amazon. These things are wonderful. I got 2 flavors because who knew? Anyway, you chew them. They are very fizzy and they're very sour. But if you can tolerate that, I love their products. I used to, when I got sick, I would take their, I don't remember what it was called, but you would put water, a tablet in water, and just like flu medicine. Anyway, these have been working great. So my husband and I are both taking those. It has a little bit of Tylenol in it, so I think that helps. But no fevers, so I feel like I'm on the mend. It's just gonna be such slow going. But I'm sad. I'm so very grateful. So very grateful for all the good medical care, for medicine, for a comfortable home to come home to. The hospital, as much as it stunk being there, everybody was amazing. I'm a little rough. I'm a little rough for the, I'm a little bruised up, but I kept blowing out my IVs. The antibiotic that they were giving me was it was like thick. So they had to slow it way down. Once they did that, it quit blowing out IVs. But anyway, I'm so very, 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 very grateful and blessed. And I know that this is my favorite time of year. And I feel so gypped because I've missed it with my family. I missed it with my kids at school. But you know what? It's okay. It's a real lesson in control. And for those of us who always want to be in control, I can't. This is out of my control. So it's been a kind of a real challenge and lesson. So I'm trying to look for the lesson in it all and go from there. But anyway, have next week I'll be calling and making pulmonologist appointments, and I have good referrals. The group that saw me in the hospital is who I'll be going to see, and so again, blessed beyond measure, and I know that. And for those of you who have reached out and asked how I've been doing, I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. I haven't been able to respond to everything. Believe it or not, I couldn't even read. That was torture. I finally got to the point where I could listen to a book, but when you're burning up with fever and you're just like, I've bruised, my ribs are trashed, and my, everything just hurts so bad I couldn't focus on reading. But getting back into it, I've been watching videos, Vlogmas. I might try to do like the 12 days of Christmas, the 5 days of Christmas, who knows? Anyway, it's gonna be okay. It's all gonna be okay. But I've been really wanting to pop on and just say hello, and I miss you, and thank you for reaching out and asking if I'm okay. And I'm okay. It's gonna be better. Anyway, I am gonna post this soon, so at least there's something up on my channel. It's been a long time. I will go back, and as I'm able, this next week I'll post my classroom content. It's not very much because, like I said, I was only there through the 14th of November, but thank you so much for watching. Give this video a thumbs up and continue to watch, and I will continue to update. Have yourself a wonderful December day whenever you're watching, and I will see you soon. Goodbye.